Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be going over my February 2025 haul. All my little pickups. Now, some of you guys know I did make a big move across the country in February, so my videos have been very slow, few and far between, but I did manage to pick up some cool stuff while taking care of all the stuff I had to take care of in this last month. So I will be catching up on videos, but I wanted to start off by showing you guys what I was able to slap together here just in the last month or so, and show you some of the cool stuff that I was able to pick up whilst also doing all the moving stuff. So we'll start off today with all the loose stuff that I was able to pick up. Some pretty cool stuff, some stuff that I'm very excited about, stuff that I've been wanting to pick up for a while. But we will start off with this little guy right here. This, I believe, is a McDonald's toy from, somebody told me what it was, Knights of Tirnanog or something like that. Something I'm unfamiliar with. I actually picked this up when I got moved up here to Michigan. The local toy shop here was just like, hey, do you know what this is? I said, no. He goes, well, here, you can have it. And it's 3 3/4 inch size and looks really good with my 3 3/4 inch Star Wars stuff. He is 7 POAs, so you know, he's got some elbows there. Pretty cool little figure, and I didn't really pay anything for him. Everything else you see here, of course, is DC. Now, as you guys know, I've been collecting 6-inch DC stuff for a while. I basically dumped McFarlane because I just wasn't happy with what McFarlane was doing with DC stuff. So, you know, the news that Mattel got the master license to DC back is potentially exciting. I mean, look, Mattel has had their issues in the past, and certainly their DC stuff had its issues. But in general, I like their stuff better. Even the older articulation scales and everything better with Mattel than I do with McFarlane. So I'm hoping that this is a good decision by Warner Brothers and DC to send it on back to Mattel. I'm hopeful. I don't know what that really means as far as value on these older figures, whether it's, you know, DC superheroes, DC UC, DC icons, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what that means. Will these figures go up in value? Will they go down in value? I mean, who knows at this point? I mean, everything's kind of up in the air. All we really know for sure is that Mattel got the master license, which basically means that they control everything. They didn't just get the kids license or the adult collectible license or whatever. They got the master license to do everything DC related. What will they do? I have no idea. Are they going to go back to 6-inch scale? I hope so. Will they just follow in McFarlane footsteps and go with 7-inch scale, since that's what they're already doing with the Masterverse line? Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. You know, being somebody who has checked out of McFarlane completely, I mean, to me, this is at least partially a win, because at least now I know there's potential for DC figures that I might actually like, but that's certainly not a guarantee. They could produce crap, and I might not like them either, and just continue collecting older Mattel stuff and DC Direct stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but here we've got DC UC Spectre, which this is one I've needed for my collection for a while. Very happy to finally get him. Of course, we've got our classic Cyborg. I know this guy got released like single card, and then there was an exclusive. I don't know which one this one is. I don't know if this is the exclusive or not. He does come with the hand cannon, and he comes with his hand claw, and he comes with his little his fist there as well. So I'm not sure which one this one is, but either way, I needed a good, like, original Teen Titans looking Cyborg. Very, very excited to get that one. Had to go up and pick up Creeper. I don't know. There's just something about this figure, this character, I should say, that's just weird and looks cool. I also want to get the new DC Direct from McFarlane animated version of Creeper that is out there. I haven't picked him up yet, but I don't know. I just the character. I like a good, bright, colorful, goofy looking character, and Creeper is definitely that, no doubt about that. And I love the kind of lanky DCUC buck that they went with for him. I think it looks great. Did also pick this one up over here as we try and keep Creeper from falling down, but he's going to probably fall down anyway. This is, of course, Hal Jordan as Spectre. I believe this is DC Direct. I'm not sure. I didn't really look, but he's the glow-in-the-dark version. And, you know, very, very lacking on articulation, but I just love the sculpt and I love the look of him. And I like the glow-in-the-dark feature. And we got the cloth goods wired cape and everything. Very cool. And he's 6-inch scale, so he works with the rest of the collection. This guy right here I've been looking for a while to help complete my Justice League shelf, because right now I've got a DC Icons Aquaman on my Justice League shelf. And if you know anything about DC Icons, you know the scale on those guys is just way too small for DC UC or any kind of 6 to 6.5 inch scale figure. So to get this kind of good classic Aquaman, very, very happy and excited about that. What else do we got here? Oh, of course, we've got Nightfall Batman in his blue and gray. Love this. Really wanted this figure for quite a while. And, I mean, dude, it's just a great looking figure. I mean, look at this thing. Beautiful. Look at that shiny blue paint, everything on it. It's a phenomenal looking figure. It's so beautifully done, so comic accurate. Love that one. Of course, Deathstroke. And I managed to find him loose with all the accessories, which is awesome, although he's dropped his staff, which normally clips to his back. It's probably somewhere on my floor, but he did come with it. So he's got the sword, the pistol, the rifle, the bandolier, the staff. He's got everything on him. DC-UC goodness right there. Love that figure. He looks phenomenal. I mean, look at that sculpt. Look at that. Look at that. Looks gorgeous. And then, of course, the one that I've been after for a really long time. It's not really DC-UC. This kind of predates DC-UC. This is DC Superheroes Steel. And this figure is almost perfect. I mean, at this point, really, you know, modern articulation aside, the only thing wrong with this guy is that he is a little too short for Steel. Steel should be a taller guy. Now, if you compare him with, like, Cyborg here, you know, he's a little bit taller than Cyborg, so that's good. But when you put him up with, like, Aquaman over there or whatever, he's a little shorter than Aquaman. I think he should be taller, especially he's a big guy already, and he's in basically kind of an Iron Man suit. You know, I really think he should be a little bit bigger, but other than that, I love the darker gray. I love the vac chrome on the symbol on the front. It's just a gorgeous looking figure. In fact, I want to do a comparison video between this one and the Mafex that I have, because, man, I gotta tell you, this thing is so good. I will see how it holds up to the Mafex. Obviously, the Mafex can be better articulated, but this thing is just absolutely phenomenal. But anyway, that is the loose figures I picked up in February. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stuff that I was actually able to pick up in box. All right, so here we have the in-package stuff that I was able to pick up. Of course, picked up a couple of newer things here. We've got our Superior Spider-Man, which I've been meaning to pick up for quite a while. I was able to roll into GameStop. They had him on the shelf. I was like, awesome, been wanting to get a hold of this figure. As you guys know, huge Spider-Man fan. And I actually really, really loved the Marvel Now Superior Spider-Man run. While I wasn't the biggest fan of all the Marvel Now stuff that came out, I thought that whole, you know, Doc Ock swaps bodies with Peter Parker and at least attempts to become a better person and you know, be honestly a more effective version of Spider-Man. I thought that was a really good storyline, and this is a great upgrade. We did get did we get a Superior Spider-Man a while back? I can't remember. I thought we got one before, but it was an okay figure, so looking forward to cracking that one open. Of course, had to pick up some G.I. Joes. Got my Valor versus Venom 2-pack. We got Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. I bought this for the Storm Shadow because, you know, I mean, come on. There you go. Then, of course, Spider-Man Unlimited. Something, again, wanting to pick up for a long time. I know some people are torn between whether or not he should have all the cell shading on him or not. I mean, if they do a cel-shaded version of this, I'll definitely pick it up, but I'm really not disappointed in this figure at all, at least as far as how it looks. We'll see once I get out of the package, articulation, all that kind of stuff, but as far as the looks of the figure, I dig it. I'm okay without it having the cel shading, but like I said, if they do cel shading, I'll still grab it and pick it up. Then I picked up 3 of these Legends of the Dark Knight villain figures. I like these because They're very, very stylized. I don't know what scale these are actually supposed to be. Some people list them as 6-inch scale, some people list them as 7-inch scale. I'm okay with either because they're just kind of big, monstrous versions of figures that I think are going to look good on my DC shelves. So if you want kind of a monstrous version of Scarecrow, for instance, like, I'm okay with him being bigger than, Batman or whatever because of, like, just the overall design and look of the character like this. Same thing with Penguin. Now, he's probably only about 5 inches tall, but he's just kind of a bulky looking guy. Just a weird look for Penguin, I think. I don't know, but I like it. I dig it a lot. I think he's going to look good on the shelf. And again, these figures do not have great articulation. These are, I believe, late 90s Kenner figures. And there's some other figures in the line, actually, that I wouldn't mind picking up. A couple of the Robin figures are actually pretty cool, and they, like I said, they're basically 6-inch scale, although they might be a little bit bigger than that. And then, of course, this Bane figure right here, which I believe this sculpt got reused several times as they went into like DC superheroes and things like that. But it's still a good-looking figure. Very, very lacking on articulation, but really cool shelf presence, which is what I want from these figures. And I think it's just a really cool looking Bane that we've got there. And then lastly, I don't know why I picked this up. I don't care about Harry Potter at all. However, for some reason I went into a vintage shop and this Mattel Harry Potter Centaur figure just stood out to me. And they were selling it for like $10 in package. And I thought to myself, not only do I not have a Centaur action figure, but how many Centaur action figures are actually out there? I don't know. Probably not a lot. I'm sure like Mythic Legions makes one, and there's probably a couple others out there, but probably not a lot of them. And I thought for $10, why not? I don't know where I'm going to put this guy. I don't know, my Thor shelf or something. I don't know. I don't do a lot of fantasy figures, but for $10, I thought, what the hell? Go ahead, pick this thing up. But that's it, guys. That is my haul for February. Lots of DC stuff, few Marvel things, some G.I. Joe, and for some reason, Harry Potter. I don't know. But anyway, let me know down in the comments section down below. First of all, let me know what you think of Mattel. I might be doing a whole video on this whole Mattel, McFarlane, DC stuff. A lot of people have very, very strong opinions on it. But let me know what you think of that. Let me know about your hauls. And appreciate you guys watching. Any questions, comments, leave it down below. And we'll see you guys later. Take it easy.